I've seen a lot of memes where people are saying changing my entire brand identity in one day. So that's the problem. You guys just want quick results, but it's not done that way. It has to be a process. You have to create a system. So this system is going to help us achieve getting better 1% every single day. So let's talk about Atomic Habits by James Clear. I know you have seen this book everywhere, but here's my take, and I'm going to be teaching you how we can get 1% better every single day. Mastery requires patience. Goals are about the results we want to achieve, while systems are about the process that leads to achieving that result. If you look at your life, how many times did you set a goal? Did you set a milestone to achieve? Once you get to that milestone, what did you do? Took a step back, you relaxed because you felt that, oh, I'd achieved this goal. But forgetting that if you're creating a system, you do not just try to achieve a goal, you create a system that is going to help you achieve goals along the way, but then that system is put in place. A lot of you do this where you don't read throughout the whole semester. Then all of a sudden, when it's close to exam, you now pick up your book and start reading. Will you compare your results to those people who have been reading throughout the semester, to those people who did all their assignments throughout the semester, to those people who made sure they wrote their test properly throughout the semester? You realize that that's why most of you always say, oh, I want scholars. No, most of them were not born as scholars. Most of them put in the work. They created a system. They knew all these things will lead to that end goal. You who did not create a system just wakes up one morning and 2 weeks exam, you're trying to read and you think you're going to get the same result that they got. Difference between setting an unrealistic goal and creating a system. If you can get better 1% every day, you realize that you're going to get better 37 times at the end of the year. But if you're not getting 1% better every day, you realize that you are declining in that 1% throughout the rest of the year. So I'm not saying you should just make a huge change in your life. I'm saying that every single day you should get better. Very honest, the year is not even that long. Close your eyes and open your eyes. It's already 365 days. What's stopping you from going into content creation? If you want to get tools for content creation, I have a video where I got all the kits I'm using currently to speak to you for just 46,000 naira. Apply the 2 minutes rule. 2 minutes. You have 2 minutes to think about it. If you think about it, you apply it immediately. I'm going to say procrastination is the root of all declination. Like, it takes you backward. How do I create a system in a way that it's going to favor me, that it's always going to serve me, whether I have a goal to achieve or not? So habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. The effect of your habits multiplies by the number of times you repeat them. I was on TikTok the other day and then I came across this woman's post and she was saying that, oh, there used to be a time where she goes through content creator who started at the same time she started. And most times when she goes through that person's page, she always feels like, oh, she does this job better than this person, more smart than this person. Until the day she eventually met this person, she could see why this person had so much followers than she did. If you know the work people put in, when you compare yourself to people who are making it, who are everywhere on social media, and you're asking yourself, oh, why is mine different? Why am I not there yet? Do you know the amount of work they put in? Because they've created a system and they need to work every day. It's not just that one video you're expecting to go viral. I tell people that you want to go viral, and when people come to your post, there's a catalog to your growth. There are other things that people could binge watch and stay on your channel. You want to work towards building a community. You don't just want one-time fame of how many thousand likes and that's just it. So creating a system is very key to your growth. It's very, very key to building good habits. So now, how do we build good habits? How do we take away bad habits and replace them with good habits? Because it's not an automatic thing. You can repeat something continuously for 3 months straight, then you've successfully been able to build good habits. I want you to understand that when you're trying to change your habits, you don't have to be too forceful with yourself. It does not have to be something that is so rigid. There should be flexibility. Yeah, you're trying to make a change, but allow yourself to grow into that. So how to build good habits? According to James Clear on Atomic Habits, 4 behavior change. 1, make it obvious. 2, you make it attractive. 3, you make it easy. And 4, you make it satisfying. So until you make your subconscious conscious, that will direct your life and you call it fate. You are the driver of your life. You are the captain of your ship. How can I make this obvious? To be able to work on the behavior change, we need a point and call system. So I'm actually currently trying to work on having a proper healthy diet. So these days, what I do is if I'm having my cravings, I ask myself, does this behavior help me become the person I want to become? Does this habit cast a vote for my desired identity? Habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. Good habits on the long run is going to serve you long time in the future. But you see that 1% of bad habits you are doing every day. Okay, you're trying to stop smoking. And today you're like, "Oh, let me just smoke today." That's you contributing 1% to bad habits today. And then next tomorrow you're like, let me just smoke. Let me just smoke. On the long run, that is going to give you a compound interest for your future self. Let's reverse it. Today you're like, oh, let me just read this book. Even if I'm not going to read the whole book today, imagine reading 5 pages today, then tomorrow you're reading another 5 pages, next tomorrow you're reading another 5 pages. You realize that there's going to be a compound interest for all that work in the future. You eventually finish that book, then you pick another book. Then, like at the end of the day, you're learning, increasing in knowledge, you're increasing in your vocabulary. That's the goal. 1% every day, not an automatic change. So how do we do that? We are going to use the pointing and call system. Whenever you want to engage in that habit, you ask yourself, is this behavior taking me closer to the person I want to become? Take out a piece of paper. You can do that right now. All you just need to do is pause the video. You write down your daily habits. Now, for all the good habits on that list, you put a plus sign. For all the negative habits, you put a minus. And for all the neutral habits like having your bath, you put equals to. Now check out that list. What do you think? What we just created was a habit scorecard. According to James Clear in Atomic Habits, that's the way to create a habit scorecard. So what I did for my habit scorecard, I added things like procrastination, added things like posting on social media, added things like drinking soda, and added things like being anxious and eating junks, because these are things that affects me on a day-to-day. Once you make it obvious, you can see, okay, I will put the behavior at, put the time in, put the location. I will put the behavior at, put the time in, put the location. One of the best ways to create a new habit is to identify a habit that you already do every day and stack up a new habit under that. You realize that when you buy a new dress, there's a part of your brain that thinks that you should buy a new shoe too, that will go with that dress. You just feel like once you get a new thing, another one should come after, another one should come after. That's the dirt effect. The dirt effect. It's a formula that I would work out today by 8 p.m. at the gym. Habit stacking is going to go like this. After I work out today at the gym, I will come home to make a smoothie for dinner. When you're doing habit stacking, it has to be something that flows. You cannot say after you come back from the gym, you will now take up your laptop to start working. It doesn't flow. So habit stacking has to be something that flows together. What habit stacking does is that it helps you create a new habit. After current habit, I will new habits. We're going step by step, and I am not done reading the Atomic Habits. I'm not done reading it, and I would keep you guys updated. So guys, thank you for staying with me to the end of this episode. I know it was really a long one, and I really hope you've been able to take one or two things from where I have gotten to in Atomic Habits by James Clear. This book is such an amazing discovery. It's going to help you to achieve your 2025 goals. It's going to help you create a system that after 2025, next year, you see yourself achieving goals because of this system you've created. Thank you so much for sticking with me throughout the end of this video. I mean, if you got to this part of the video, that means you are very keen on changing your habits and making good habits this year. And I promise you that I will be your accountability partner. Every time I post on this platform, it's a reminder for you to stick to your goals, stick to your vision, and create a system that is going to serve you. Okay? Bye guys. Please do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, like, and drop a comment on anything you need clarification on, or questions that are pertaining to this video which I just created. Thank you so much for sticking with me. Do have a lovely week.